Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gatorlight, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gatorlight hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
When you think about Crocs, you think the classic clog. But did you know there's also a canvas clog? A vegan suede clog, a coastal-inspired style, a style with studs, straps, and lots of sass. Honestly, I could keep going with the surprises. You've got to see them for yourself because there is literally a style for every kind of girl. So do your thing and head to crocs.com or a store near you now.
Coach Unplugged is brought to you by great people over at teachhoops.com. For coaches who want to get better. From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. Here is your host, Steve Collins.
Hey everybody, welcome to Coach Unplugged, episode 483. Before we get started and talk about our coaching call this week, I'd like to give a big shout out to Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine on the market. The customer service, I've told, if you've listened to any podcasts this year, you've heard about how great their customer service is. Make sure you go over and check them out. Mention Coach Unplugged and they'll give you $300 off your next purchase. Also, why are you waiting to join teachhoops.com? It is the one-stop shopping for basketball coaches. I know that you want to become a better basketball coach. I know that you need a mentor. I know that you need a roadmap. Let me help you with that roadmap. Let me help you get through the process of tryouts and parents and coaching. I've been there. What I'm going to do is show you what we do in a one-on-one call. Today, we're going to do some coaching and problem solving with a teachhoops.com member through matchup zone and ice screens and the swing offense and all those kind of things that we do on a regular basis within the community. So enjoy and let's head off to the podcast.
I wanted to pick your brain about a few things.
Okay.
The first one, I know I think you commented on one of the things in the Facebook group was Bo Ryan's swing offense.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand the kind of the base of it, but I kind of wanted to see. You said you ran it for a lot of years. So I want to see
a lot of years. I want to see
where you had the most success with it, or what types of players.
So what are you thinking of using it as?
As kind of a secondary I'm a big motion fan, and I run almost exclusively the past few years. I've ran the 5-out continuous ball screen motion.
Okay.
But it's so scoutable.
This is pretty scoutable too. People will switch on it a lot, which gives you different looks. You got to work on seals and things like that. I use it more as a delay now when I run it. I haven't run it in a couple of years, but and then I move it really high. Like I move the post guide to like mid post to almost the elbow.
Okay.
To give people lanes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, to open it up a little bit more.
It opens it up a little bit more, and then it gives that drive lane to the baseline.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Hold on, see if I can share my screen here. My drawing isn't that great, but like I'll put a guy here, I'll put a guy here, I'll put a guy here, and then I'll put the other two over here.
Right.
And it leaves this lane for him, and then this back screen kind of, you still run kind of the flex screen or swing screen, and then the back screen.
Right.
Just gives a different look. So that's one of the ways that I deal with it. But if you're thinking of it will work. You got to set really good screens.
I need something other than just continuous ball screens, because what I ran into a lot, especially late last year, is they just initially trapped the first ball screen, and then we were done because I don't have dynamic guards that get out of it and things like that. So.
I think at the high school level, if you double most ball screens, most players have problems with that.
Yeah. So I needed some. In the past, I've run the flex.
And the flex and the swing are like cousins that close enough that they see each other at Thanksgiving.
Right.
They're pretty closely related. They get the back screen. You got to work on like skips and stuff if they're sagging. If they play the pack, work on skips. Can your guards post up?
They can. I have big guards.
Okay, so that's why it's good, because then you're going to get mismatches in the post. Mm-hmm. So when I ran it, I ran it when I had Wesley, who was 6'4" and pretty good player. Right. He could post up any guard, so I could get him in there. I could get him close to the basket. I could get him free throws. So it's always been better for me when I've had bigger guards.
Right.
Then we practice posting up our guards, and most guards are not good at defending posts.
Right.
So from that standpoint, I think it would be really good for you.
Yeah, but the other thing, I mean, I have a lot of guys. I have 7 seniors, 6 of them that can really play, and they're all like 6'1" to 6'4".
Okay.
And they're all
right.
I get my I get my guards out of there. I get my bigs are the closer ones to 6'4", but they're all pretty athletic and composed. So that's why I thought this would.
Are they good? Are they good passers?
Yeah.
So the pass that you got to be careful on is when you reverse it.
Right.
Because that's the one they tend to go for and tend to try to steal. So after you set that flex screen or that cross screen, and then you reverse the ball, that's the one. That's where we worked a lot on backdoor cuts at that point, because people will, you pass fake and they'll go for it and you backdoor, and then you have space too, because there's a guy coming across, but there's only 2 guys up top then.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, when do you start practice?
Oh, geez, we don't start until November 18th, but there's no.
Like us.
Yeah, like Pennsylvania doesn't have a dead period though, so I can work with anybody that comes to. Technically, it's open gym. It can't be mandatory, but so I mean, there's no contact rules or anything.
There's no contact rules, so you could put this in and see what it looked like.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I was kind of planning on trying that out. I mean,
do that and tape it.
Okay.
And then send me the tape and I'll look at it.
Okay.
Because I got to see kind of where your guys are going. I'm going to tell you, I don't know if your ball screens, but we had to teach our guys to wait on the screen. I mean, get the screen and get it set. In flex or swing, there can be a lot of movement at the same time.
Right.
And you don't want interchanges. You got to get a set, because if they switch, then you can seal, especially on that cross screen.
Right.
So if you set a good cross screen, they got to, and we teach our guys to go where the least resistance is. So especially on that cross screen, when we used to set that, they'd always, it's been a while since, they'd either always like to go low or go high.
Right.
And they didn't read it. So I tell them to go where the least resistance is on those screens.
Okay, so you don't force them to go over the top or anything like that.
I don't, because they'll start cheating.
Right.
They'll start cheating because there is a pattern to this.
Sure.
And then you have to work on it with no dribbles.
Right.
So don't let them dribble when you're initially running this. Let them dribble to enter, and then have your defense do a lot of switching on it. Because then what happens is the boys will quickly figure out that, okay, they're switching, now the seal's there.
Right.
Switching freaks people out sometimes because it's a pattern. They kind of know where everyone's going.
Yeah.
Great, go ahead and switch, but then I'm just going to seal you and come back, and I'm going to get it in the paint. Because there's that millisecond where you switch, especially in a continuity offense like this, that you're open.
Right.
So that's the big thing. And entering the ball was an issue, and we didn't have as good a teams. You got to come up with a way to enter it to get to. I mean, you're basically playing a triangle offense, right?
Yeah, it's 3 on one side, 2 on the other, right?
Yeah, it's a triangle and a nice. So the 2 guys in the weak side got to always be moving.
Right.
You're basically running a triangle offense. So we would literally break that triangle down and spend 5 minutes on that triangle and all the different options on that triangle.
Okay.
Because that's kind of what you're doing. Basketball's a 2-on-2, 3-on-3 game anyway. So
right.
When I did it, I was really good. So I didn't want them to have freedom. I wanted to take freedom away. I swear to God. I mean, I had like 4 D1 guys. It's like if I had to slow them down. because otherwise they could all feel like they could go. So this slowed it down because then it became like a 3-man game, and it's more like an NBA, like a 3-man game. So, but you got to break it down into those little pieces when you're doing it.
Okay.
Spacing's big. Spacing and timing, and that the screening thing is huge.
Yeah, actually hitting people on screens, which we haven't done a great job of in the past, but
if any, I mean, if anybody can teach screening, I'm like, oh my God. I've spent 30 years trying to teach screening. It's like,
it's tough.
I wish I had more time, because then I could break the footwork. I could break all that. I don't have time to break all that little minuscule stuff down in practice.
Right.
You know.
Right. Okay. Well, I like the idea of pushing it up the floor and leaving it more wide open.
Especially if you're running that other offense, they're going to kind of be used to that.
Yeah.
And if you think about the wing's going to have that whole area to the right,
that whole side.
And if they're back screening or moving there, then what are you going to do? Where's the help going to come from?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It just opens it up so much more.
It does.
I'll have to try it. I'll definitely try it and get that tape to you.
Okay. Yeah. Let me look at that.
I'm intrigued by it.
Okay.
But yeah, I gotta figure something out. Like I said, it was just so the especially the ball screen offense was just it's even more scoutable, I think, than any other offense out there. In my opinion. Yeah. But when it works, it works really well.
Right.
People don't know how to guard it.
Right.
Okay. The other thing, there was 2 other things. The first thing was the matchup 2-3 zone.
Okay.
So I understand rotations and things like that, communication, stuff like that. I just don't know. The same thing with ice inside ball screens. I just don't know how to kind of break that down and the process of teaching it almost.
Yep. So the matchup is basically the matchup's hard. You basically have to tell them you're playing man.
Right.
Are you thinking of starting in a 1-1-3 set or an actual? I love a 1-1-3 to start, because as soon as the ball goes to a wing, then it basically becomes a 2-3.
Right. So I was thinking of starting in just a regular 2-3. What my kind of overall plan is
okay.
This. I went to the last Nike clinic up in at UConn.
Okay.
And Robert Jones from Norfolk State was there. He was talking about the floppy defense. I don't know if you heard about that.
Uh-huh.
So I thought about trying to mix in that, because I've been a straight man-to-man team for the last 4 years, and we've had some pretty decent success in the league, but I haven't beaten anybody that I shouldn't have beaten.
Right.
So I feel like I need some kind of gimmick. I
swear, I'm thoroughly convinced you need a change-up.
Yeah.
And so, I have my assistants track. If they score more than 3 times in a row, we change.
Oh, really? Okay.
Boom. Because what you're trying to do is just it's like a rhythm of a game.
Right.
You're just trying to break the rhythm.
Right.
It's like when teams it's like the hot hitter or the hot pitcher or whatever. It's like you just gotta stop them for a second. So and sometimes your gut's wrong. Like I'll turn to my assistant and go, "Oh, we got to change up." He goes, "No, we don't, Steve. We should." Because it feels like we haven't. Because maybe we haven't scored. And he'll go, "Steve, we've stopped them 6 out of the last 7 times. We don't need to change."
Yeah, put the ball in the hole.
Because your gut sometimes doesn't. Your gut and heart or head don't always correspond. So teaching wise, a couple things. Ice is a lot harder than teaching than a matchup. I'll tell you that.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah. But let's talk about the matchup first. So straight 2-3 is fine. Why 2-3?
I think I have, like I said, I've got pretty good size. So in the back line there, I can go 6'3", 6'3", 6'4".
So you're just thinking stop rim, stop them at the rim.
Yeah, we've had trouble with penetration. Like my guards are big, but they're not. We don't do a great job of keeping people in front.
Okay, so then 2-3 is good. I was thinking 1-3-1 if you were big, but that's fine. 2-3.
Yeah.
So so you just basically want to stop transition. So you're gonna set. So you feel good about the rotations and stuff on the matchup.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get the rotate. Like I said, I just breaking it down and trying to teach.
So I literally I do the whole thing first, and then I'll do it in little pieces. So I'll put them in the 2-3, and the thing is, they always have to be guarding somebody, because the problem is they think they're in a zone, so now they think they don't have to move or guard anyone.
Right. That's my fear. Just get
the
lazy.
Problem. So what we do is they literally have to call. So we'll do it, and we'll have the offense hold the ball for like 3 seconds, and they got to call and they can move it as fast, and they can dribble, and they can do whatever. but they got to call who they're guarding because it's a matchup zone. It means you're in a zone and it's zone principles and you have zone areas, but you still have to guard someone.
Right.
So the big in the middle and the bottom is just not sitting there. He's either guarding low block, he's guarding short corner. He's got to guard somebody. Maybe his guy's 2-3 feet away from him, but so I literally make him call the name out and point at him.
Okay.
And we spent a week doing that because, so the ball goes to the corner. Well, who's probably going to take that? It's probably going to be the bottom guy, right? The bottom big guy, and the bottom is going to take I don't know how you're going to do your rotations, but it's probably going to be the bottom big guy. So he's going to take it. Well, everyone should be moving as the ball is moving.
Right.
The problem is they get too stationary when you run a matchup because they hear zone. So we don't even call it a matchup zone. We'll just call it like blitz or something.
Okay.
And I'll say these are because the word zone is like
yeah, it automatically gets people to stand around defensively.
Absolutely. So you can name it whatever you want. We've named it blitz, we've named it Spartan, whatever. And I basically say this is our initial starting positions. And I'll say, all right, you're the big guy. You're basically going to be in the paint area. You might have step out to the short corner a little bit. You won't come up here to the top of the key, but this is going to be your area to find a guy. Okay.
Right.
Bottom guy in the block. Where are you going to be? Well, you're going to be middle of the paint to probably all the way out to the 3-point line. And then, you won't come up to the top of the key, but you might come to the wing, blah, blah, blah. And then I just kind of give them areas. So I'm basically showing them the areas they're going to have in their zone.
Right.
But they better have freaking somebody. Because what happens if they overload a side? Don't just stand there. They might put 4 guys on one side. Well, that means that means you all have to match up. So that's the initial way. And even before I break it down into smaller parts, I'll do that first. And I do tell them you're going to have to take less steps, but you're going to have to talk more. That's basically what I do in a matchup.
Right.
So I said, in man, you still have to talk, but maybe don't have to talk quite as much as a matchup, but you got to move more in the man because you're following your guy through. He's cutting through, blah, blah, blah. But I said in zone, you don't have to maybe get to take less steps, but you got to talk more because if we lose somebody, that's a problem. And teams won't know whether you're in man or zone.
That's what I'm hoping for to take. And I wish.
And that's why I would say when they're coming down the court, you better be pointing at who you have. Don't go to that 2-3 and step in that 2-3 because that's the worst thing you can do because they'll go, oh, well, they're in a zone. No, they're in a matchup. Okay. They'll figure it out faster.
Right.
As they're running down the court, who do you have? What area? Point at your guy.
Right.
But then after I do that, then I work with just the guards and I work just with the bigs.
Hey, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the podcast as much as I am. A couple things you could do for us. If you're really liking these, please go over and subscribe and link. We really do appreciate that. It does mean a lot to us. We would also ask that you go over and check out teachhoops.com. Make a commitment to your coaching. Say that I am going to become a better coach. This community is there. It helps us keep the lights on at Coach Unplugged, but it also has resources and videos, and I would put it up second to none on the web. A lot of these sites are stagnant. I am there. I'm answering emails. I've already got calls for tomorrow. I am in there. I'm in the community. I'm there to help you. So go over and check it out. All right, let's get back to the podcast.
Okay, so you split it.
Yeah, I split it into that, and then when we're getting much better, then I'll take 2 on. I take 2 or 3 on a side. So I'll take the bottom block guy and the wing, and we'll play some 2-on-2, and I'll do the same. I don't tend to have as much problems with the middle if I'm running a matchup 2-3 with the middle bottom guy because he doesn't have to move very far.
Right.
He's
basically got that triangle.
He's got that which is fine, but he doesn't have as much. I usually send him down with another coach and we'll do post moves and or something.
Right.
He just doesn't have as much responsibility. He doesn't have to move as much. It's the bottom guy and the top guys that I got to really kind of work with.
Right. Okay.
So then I break it down and then I'll come back and do it. And 2 weeks probably, and you can be pretty good at it.
Okay.
And then, if you're really feeling like you want to be funky, if you can go from this matchup to straight man.
And that was my kind of thought is
you can do it for like 30
trigger.
seconds, and you don't have a shot clock, do you?
No, I wish. It'd be a lot better if we did. That way, people pull it out. Oh, it's zone, and then next thing you know, there's 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Right. And you can protect the rim. No, so then what you can do is have like a red call. Maybe it's Spartan red, and then as soon as you call red, because they're already matched up.
Right.
They're already guarding somebody. So what that does is it transforms them too. It's like, all right, we're in the match. We're in blitz. Now we're straight man. We're back to man. And whatever your man principles are, maybe you're pushing baseline, pushing middle, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And they won't. It's like, holy crap, what are they doing?
Right.
No.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Smart, you can go left, right. Like if it goes to the right side of the court, you're in man. Left side, you're in a matchup. But
that's a little too heavy for us.
Yeah, you gotta have a pretty smart group to do that.
Like I said, I have a lot of seniors, but they're not the brightest. Seniors,
Okay.
So we'll have to come up with at least one different kind of trigger to make that switch.
And I tell people another easy thing is if for change up. So let's say you put in your man and you have, we'll call it blitz. You have blitz, which is your matchup. Then if you're feeling like it's January and you don't want to put something else in, put a make miss in. That takes that takes about a week to get good at.
Yeah.
They can't fit the really good guards can figure it out. It's like, crap, are they man or are they man?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's make miss. So you call it 2 or something. It's make miss, but they don't know.
Right.
If you play them the third time, they'll probably have watched tape and figured it out. But in that heat of the battle, no way. Not for
do you keep so when you've gone to a matchup, do you keep your same kind of man-to-man principles within that matchup?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And
yeah,
I've been pushing baseline, but now I've got some bigs, so now I'm going to probably push middle.
Right.
So I kind of change up season to season depending on if I have a rim protector, I don't.
Okay.
And I'll play man principles where I push baseline, and then we'll trap baseline. I just keep them on the side of a court,
right?
Isolate them on kind of like the ice that we're going to talk about. But
yeah.
So are you talking about the screen ice?
Yeah, kind of a side ball screen. I don't really know what. I guess in the middle of the floor, you just kind of force the guy to either side. Probably we can.
So middle of the court's hard. Like we'll run a defense where we just push baseline.
Right.
We basically, so it takes more practice than I thought it would initially.
Okay.
I had to convince them that we were going to, the way I got them to do it is that we got to trap at the end of it.
Okay.
That's the only way I could convince them to, because it's such a weird concept of going perpendicular.
Yeah.
And literally I'm not letting you, let's say they have it on the left side. Here, I'll show you. So what's weird is it's so hard for them conceptually because they've done it for so long. So let's say the ball is here. Let's say the ball is here, and I'm defending. I'm literally standing perpendicular. The key is this guy's got to be way up the line, okay? Because this guy is here. So I am saying go ahead. And there's some guys in our league that are if they get this corner, they're going to dunk on you.
Right.
This guy's got to. So what it does is it does help teaching up the line. But then the rotation over here, you really got to, because then we're going to come down here and we're coming at you. We want to basically, it's kind of like a kid in a candy store. If a kid so he'll drive, here's what happens. He'll drive, and this isn't with the screen, but this is pushing. So he pushes here, he comes to help, he gets the ball here. Well, this is like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, he's got a free run.
Oh, he got a free run. Well, this guy's already here, ready, because he knows we're pushing to this spot. And then trap, this is money for us because kids can't pass behind them. Right. You got the rim right here, or the backboard, I mean. So literally they got to throw, if they're going to throw it, they got to throw across their body up to the top where 2 is, a little higher than 2.
Right.
We have such luck with this because, and eventually the good teams figure out, we better not go there. And we better kick it back out, but they just want to because it looks so open.
Right.
So with ice, it's the same thing. When that screen's coming up and, he's setting this screen, right?
Yep.
We want him go. We just don't want him to be able to go back into the middle.
Right.
So you literally have to go ahead. Go ahead. You're going to come. Go ahead. You're going to come screen. Or this guy would actually be screening. You're going to come screen. Go ahead. Because this guy's going to stop, and then we're going to push sideline, and then you got to make sure you have your help side over on the weak.
So when you go, so let's say that guy they run the screen on the side.
Yep.
The guy dribbles down into the corner there.
Yep.
Or kind of into the mid post, and then kicks it back out. There's going to be a guy on the nail, right? If there's a guy at the top,
yep,
there'll be a guy at the nail. Do you stunt and go back, or does he just continually switch? Okay,
I do.
Okay.
I do. And are you worried about how to run this offensively or defensively?
Defensively. We haven't run into it. There's nobody in our league that ices side ball screens. So that's thankful for us because we wouldn't be able to obviously run our offense. But
would you? Yeah, that's true. Can your guys turn the corner on that?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, if you were doing this to me, like I said, I'd probably double you.
Right.
And then what I would do is I had this guy flash here. Then I think.
Right.
I'd have to see it live. Because you're going to have space. Where your other three are over here when you're running your offense.
Yeah. Yeah, they're weak side.
So you're worried about how if someone comes up and sets this screen right here, and your guy has the ball here, you're worried about making that turn, and you're worried that someone's going to ice you.
Not so much. I want to because everybody runs side ball screens in our league. Whether it's not necessarily the same offense, but everyone runs.
So do you stunt it and go back middle? Yeah. We'll stunt and then we'll go back to the middle. Okay.
And that causes rotations on the weak side.
Right.
So that's helped us out. But I wanna ice side ball screens, because nobody else in our league does it. So
I think they're gonna freak out. I would definitely ice. My theory is let's keep them over here.
Well, that's everything else in my man defense. I force sideline baseline.
Right.
I want to keep the ball outside of the middle, and the only other thing that gets outside of that is ball screen coverage. In the past, I've always hard hedged and stuff like that, but and fought over the top.
We won a state title because somebody hard hedged, and my guy popped it on him. It's like, it's like.
Right. So that's I just want to stay consistent with our philosophy and our rules, and icing side ball screens just seems to be the logical thing for us.
Yeah, I think so. I would do that. I think I would. Yeah, I think I'd ice them too.
Yeah, but what gets me is basically the weak side rotations. I get the screener.
Okay.
The screener guy he drops off.
Where do you have your guys then?
So I usually what I've done, because I force baseline, the guy will be on the help line unless the ball gets below the third hash. If the ball gets below the third hash, the bottom defender that's usually on the help line,
right?
I have him move over to the lane line. So he's already in. He's basically already in help. Yeah. Okay. So he's basically on the lane line.
Okay.
That's what I've done in the past because we force baseline and.
So you're almost playing pack.
Almost. We do get in the passing lanes though, one pass away. But other than that, my teams, and I've always done this. I overhelp to a fault, and what kills us is the weak side skip.
Yeah.
For a three, but there's not too many kids, especially in our league, that can one make that pass and two make that pass under duress.
That's the issue. That's what I think the key is you just got to get ball pressure, and then you just sink in here and protect. You just, because especially if there's a screen coming here, if you think you're okay with the drive back to the middle, I really wouldn't be worried about it that much.
Yeah,
I think all the rules are the same for you.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. The only thing that kind of gets me, so if we iced a side ball screen, and obviously the guard's going to reject it and go obviously reject to the baseline side.
Yep.
And that big then dives. I guess
you should have somebody right here, shouldn't you?
There'll be somebody in help, but I wasn't sure. Should the guy at the nail check him, or should the guy on the helpline or on the lane line check him?
I think the lane line guy should.
The lane line guy should? Okay. Yeah, okay.
Because this guy's going this way, right? So he's going here.
Yep.
That's a good question. Because you got to protect this low pain in here. That's the only issue.
Right.
Because if he's going this way, if he's driving baseline, let me do this. If he's driving this way, the pass where the arrow is a harder pass.
Right. It's cross.
It's almost like the nail guy. I mean, he's not of you. I mean, that'd be driving and then going across your body.
Right.
Driving and looking here to the pain is going to be an easier pass.
Right. Okay. So yeah,
it's almost like the lane line guy should sink and the nail guy should come over.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to think about that pass. I'm just thinking from it's been 30 years since I played, but I'm driving and I'm going left to come across my body and pass. This isn't really a threat up here at all to me at this point. If he's coming off a screen. Now, if he comes back middle, it's different. But
right.
If he's going baseline, I got to protect here because I can name the number of high school kids that can make that pass back up high.
Yeah, that's a really hard pass to make. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a really hard pass to make.
That's a really hard pass to make. So that's why I think closest should sink to the paint and protect. Right. And then nail should come over and help.
And then so if the guard rejects and the big basically pops or stays, then you would stunt with the nail guy.
Yeah.
And recover. The big will recover, and then you just recover out of it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, and again, this is us on a whiteboard doing it. I would do it. Right. I would do it live and see what it looks like. I mean, I'd be a rich man if I had a nickel for every time I drew something up and say, "Oh, that looks good," and then you do it. It's like crap.
Yeah,
that didn't work.
Do you do the same? You've done the same philosophy, kind of whole part whole when it comes to ice too.
Everything,
whole part whole. Okay. Yeah.
It depends on the skill. Sometimes I mean, the last couple of teams I've had to start with. Yes, I've had to start with whole part whole. Other teams I've had to go part whole. I mean, it just depends on the group. Yeah. Like this group that I've got coming up, I'm probably have to make it smaller first before I show them the big picture.
Sure.
Just because we have some more kids that have a harder time learning. But if they kind of get it, then I show them the whole thing. This is what we want it to look like, and then we go work on the skill set. It just depends on the group you have, I think.
Okay.
But no, if you can definitely get them in the gym, tape it and let me look at that too. I can look. I mean, I personally, selfishly, I'd like to see that for my guys too. That would be
good. I'll try both, and I'll do both. Like I said, we're starting up again. We took the whole month of August off. We went from May until we had team camp the end of July. So I gave them off the whole month of August. We've had guys that have been pretty dedicated.
Yeah. You got to give them a break from you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So like I said, we're getting back in the gym next month. So this is good. There's a couple things I'll try out. For us.
Try them out and then we'll get back and talk again.
Definitely. Appreciate it.
All right. No problem. Talk to you soon. Bye, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. See ya.
Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you subscribe and like. You know, I don't talk about my YouTube channel a lot, but go over and check out our YouTube channel at Teach Hoops on YouTube. Subscribe and like there. That would be great. If you really want to help us out, there's two ways you can do it. You can click down the Amazon link down below, and that basically moves you toward if you click there first and then go shopping, you won't even notice it, and it basically we get a small little affiliate link every time you purchase something. And the second thing is go join teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Talk to you soon.
Booking.com is the easiest way from a day surrounded by noise to a stay surrounded by nature. That's nice. Go on, book it. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
This episode is brought to you by ChatGPT. Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. Have you guys heard about ChatGPT work? It's the new way to use ChatGPT for bigger multi-step projects and when you need more than just answers. Give ChatGPT Work access to your apps and files, and it can create real work documents like spreadsheets, slides, and structured reports. Get started at chatgpt.com by selecting work mode, available on Plus and Pro plans.